can see.
Contains a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver. If you know how to use VoiceOver, press the command key while you press to learn how to use VoiceOver to set up your Mac. Press the escape key.
It's finally here, Mike. I've been holding on to this thing for 24 hours now just so I can unbox it for you guys. That's commitment. That's commitment to the YouTube channel. A weekend man would have just opened this and gone for it. But here we are. This is the unboxing of the 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro. What's going on? Welcome back to this week's video, and as I said, we are unboxing the 13-inch M1 MacBook Pro. I'm going to talk about why I actually sold my 16-inch fully spec'd out, less than a year old MacBook Pro. We've got a lot of things to cover today, so without further ado, let's jump straight into it. And at the end of the video, I've got some pretty solid Mac rumours to let you guys know about the upcoming MacBook Pros. So as I mentioned, I am selling my 16-inch MacBook Pro, the one that catapulted this channel last year when I did my 3-month review. We'll put a little card above in case you want to watch it, but that thing got viewed so many times and brought so many of you beautiful people to the channel. So I do appreciate that. As I've said before, this is not a tech channel. Do not expect an in-depth tech review from me. I literally buy my tech to serve one purpose: to make my life easier or to make our workflow faster. That's it. Let's unbox this thing. You excited for this, Mike? God, that's the anticipation right there. They do this on purpose to Apple, you know. Come on! As you would expect from Apple, impeccably packaged. In the box, we have one 13-inch MacBook, a USB-C charging cable, and Apple stickers and what you'd expect. We'll turn that around for you guys. Is it going to switch on? Ah, yes, Mikey. That's what we want. Now we're talking. Let's take a look at this thing. This is weird. This is so strange, like having only used the 16-inch or the 15-inch before that. It's weird having such a small laptop. It's quite heavy. It's quite heavy for what it is. Some key problems that I can see.
It contains a built-in screen reader called VoiceOver. If you know how to use VoiceOver, press the command key while you press Touch ID 3 times at the right end of the touch bar. To learn how to use VoiceOver to set up your Mac, press the escape key.
Why is it talking to me?
She sounds quite nice.
She sounds nice, but like, it's a bit rude whilst we're recording. So some of the key problems that I can see straight away with this thing, obviously it's nice and small, but if I were to be using it specifically for editing or anything like that, it's definitely too small for that, and it's only got 2 USB-C ports. Size-wise, if we have a look at that, and then the old 16-inch, you can see big difference in size there, very big difference. You're obviously thinking, why did you get the 13-inch? Then stop complaining about the size and the lack of ports. Why are you selling a 16-inch MacBook Pro? First things first, it's way too powerful for what I need anymore. This 16-inch MacBook Pro has got a 2TB internal SSD. It's got fully spec'd out graphics card, fully spec'd out memory. If you remember from the video, when I did the review of it, I literally went onto the Apple website, top spec, selection on everything, and press send. Let's have one of those. I barely edit on this thing anymore because we've obviously got a team around us. We've got Mike, we've got Liam in the studio. The memory and the SSD, I don't need a 2TB internal memory because we've got the server that we back everything up to. And the screen size of the 13-inch is absolutely fine because, as you saw on the video a few weeks ago, I've got a 34-inch.
Johnson, Yes, sir.
LG curved monitor, so the screen size doesn't matter. The 16-inch just became a glorified email machine and a little bit of photo editing. So what I did was I decided to sell this thing to my brother-in-law. He's got a YouTube channel. His business is called Motorsports and Performance, where they soup up cool Mustangs and supercars and hypercars, and their YouTube channel's growing. They're making videos constantly, and they're trying to edit these amazing videos on an old 15-inch MacBook Pro that's just not cutting the mustard anymore. So by upgrading to this thing with an internal SSD of 2 terabytes, it means that they can work from the computer and then back up to hard drives and not worry about external plugging in and things like that. This will be their main workhorse for their content creation. I'll leave a link to their channel below. You can check out some of their videos. They've got skills, and if you're into cars and that sort of thing, you'll probably enjoy their channel. The 13-inch MacBook Pro then, so some of the key features, it's obviously only got 2 USB-C ports on the side. It's got 1 headphone jack on this side, and if we open this thing up, we've got the touch bar before, the little speakers on the side. It's a miniature 16-inch, that's all it is, but it does have the epic M1 chip in it that just got released by Apple. Now, I know this thing is going to come in real handy with the Sony a7S III that we've recently bought for business, which we're shooting on now. We're looking at getting a second a7S III or maybe an FX6 for the S Cinetone, if Mike can convince us.
Just do it!
Naturally, shooting in 4K, 100 frames, 422, it is massive. And for most computers, you've got to generate proxies, whereas from all the research that I've seen and all the research that I've done, you don't need that in the M1 chip. Again, like I said, I don't do much editing anymore, but should we need that level of performance for certain videos, we can always just throw this thing at Mike or Liam, let them do a bit of editing. This will be my main workhorse for the next few years. Nice and compact, good for someone who's checking emails, editing occasionally, and running a business. I intend on doing a bit of a full in-depth review similar to what I did to the 16-inch a year ago. Once we've had this thing for a few weeks, I'll come back, make another video. I'll tell you about my likes, dislikes, and all that good stuff. But as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, I'm going to tell you about the Mac rumours that have recently come out regarding what's next from the 13-inch M1. Naturally, they're going to release a 16-inch M1 MacBook Pro, but they're also going to release a 14-inch MacBook Pro. So this style and this look is going to be completely gone. They've brought out a new style, it's got thinner bezels. These are all leaked sort of rumours, nothing's set in stone, but it's normally pretty accurate. So the 16-inch is also going to come with HDMI ports, SD card slots, all the stuff that we enjoyed on the 15-inch MacBook Pro like 5 years ago. They're bringing that back, and they're also getting rid of the touch bar, which I completely agree with. I've never bought into this touch bar. I don't like it. Give me some buttons. So hopefully this thing does stick around for a while, but I'll probably just upgrade when the 14-inch or the 16-inch comes in, Mike. He's rolling his eyes at me off camera. But for now, this thing will do. Hope you enjoyed this week's video. A quick look, a quick unboxing of the 13-inch M1 MacBook. And yeah, I'll be back next week with some more videos. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Follow Mike on Instagram. See you on the next one.